Hello, my networking friend. It's so good to see you today. Hello, hello. Happy February. Can you believe we are already in February? I know I can't. I don't know where this year is going, but ready or not, here we are. So, it's so good to see you. Welcome to Networking Know How, our weekly live training to help you network more effectively and stress free, like we do in our Down and Dirty Networking online community. Now, if this is your first time tuning in and we have not yet connected, I'm Laura Morlando, the Stress Commando, and I am the founder and CEO of Down and Dirty Networking. If you are watching live or on replay, please say hi in chat so I can acknowledge you and let me know where you're watching from. One of the best parts about what I do is connecting with people from all over the globe. Now, in today's training, I'm sharing the best kept secret to not hate networking. So, if you hate networking or you dread networking, or maybe you feel drained at just the thought of doing networking, or maybe you struggle with what to say when networking, this training will help you. I should know because I'm an introvert and I always feel socially awkward. And this secret that I'm about ready to share with you is one I have come to rely on. So it is tested and proven to work. So let me know in the chat if this is something that you need or what you really hate about networking, so I can help you love it again. Awesome. I see people watching live. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you're here. All right. So first, let's get into the training. So first, it's important to note that there are two types of networking. So the first type is traditional networking or transactional networking, which is focused on 30-second commercials, sales pitches to exchange leads, referrals, sales, or job offers. Hence the name transactional networking sometimes for traditional networking. Now, the second way is what I call relational networking, which is focused on having meaningful conversations to build lasting relationships. Now, the good news is that this networking secret that I'm about ready to share with you effectively works for both types of networking. This networking secret is talk less, question more. This is so powerful. We have made it a core value here at Down and Dirty Networking. Talk less, question more. Questions are powerful tools to learn from someone and about someone, especially when you dig deeper than the typical small talk questions. Now, the secret is asking open ended questions. When you start a conversation with an open ended question, you're allowing space for the conversation to actually open up and happen. Now, open ended questions take the guesswork out of what to say. So they're perfect if you're the kind of person that gets nervous easily or you feel socially awkward. Questions also take less energy to ask. So, my fellow introverts, we're going to expend less energy and we can leverage our superpower of intuition to know what to ask next as a follow up question. Now, the key is to have a few open ended go to questions in your toolbox, and then you're all set. And that's it. You just keep using them over and over and over again. So, for example, often in traditional networking, the focus is on telling and selling. In that case, you rarely come up for air to let the other person have a comment or an opinion or ask a question. So I have found that to avoid selling and telling and being overly chatty, lean on asking open ended questions. This opens the conversation and shows you care about the person you're speaking to. And by doing this, you find that you are more effective in your traditional networking efforts. So, what that means to you is you're going to get more lead generation, sales, and job offers. Everything will increase. Now, if your focus is more on relational networking to have meaningful conversations to build lasting and authentic relationships, questions absolutely are your best friend to quickly establish a strong relationship foundation. Now, the added bonus is that questions are also helpful for nurturing relationships too. So, this one tool is like a Swiss Army knife of networking. The best part is that for both traditional and relational networking, asking questions forces you to adopt a more relational networking mindset. Doing so increases your reputational capital with everyone you connect with, and it reduces any social anxieties you might have, as well as spend less energy as an introvert. Now, I have found that when you ask better questions, you get a better conversation. And if you ask questions at all, you're going to get a conversation versus the telling and selling. Now, this is how you cannot hate networking again. In fact, you may actually find that if you're asking open ended questions, you might find that you enjoy it so much more because you're more effective, you reduce awkwardness, you expend less energy, and you avoid sounding salesy. Sounds good, right? Now, here are some of my favorite questions to ask. So, first, instead of what do you do, a better question is, what do you love most about what you do? Now, instead of tell me about yourself or how are you, a better question to ask is what is the best thing that's happened to you recently? Now, this is truly one of my favorites. And because it is, I'm asking you watching live and on replay, post in chat. What's the best thing that's happened to you recently? Let's co elevate each other. So let me know in chat. What's the best thing that's happened to you recently? All right. So while you're typing that, I'll move on. Now, another upgrade to your standard, small talk questions would be instead of asking, how long have you been doing what you do? A better question is, what have you mastered in your career or what are you an expert at? See, these questions require a thoughtful answer and more importantly, they require a positive one. So thoughtful and positive. And so they start your conversation on a very high vibrational energy. The added bonus is that these questions can be used anywhere and in any situation. So make these your new go-to questions. By using these open-ended questions or ones that you might think of, not only will you learn more about a person, but you will also stand out in their mind because you are asking things that show you want to see, hear, and value them. Now, this approach is refreshing and it increases your reputational capital with the person you're speaking to. And it makes the conversation more enjoyable for you too. So this is a way to not hate networking ever again. Now, if you'd like to get some more help with what questions to ask and how to love networking and not hate it, DM me, put in the messages, help me love networking. Just message me, help me love networking, and I will hook you up. All right, networker, I hope this was helpful. If so, let me know in the comments, give me a thumbs up, or tag a friend that could use this tip today. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more tips and videos. Remember to tune in every Wednesday between 3:30 and 5:30 Central Standard Time for this live networking know-how. For those watching live that stayed until the end, thank you for staying here and thank you for watching on replay. I look forward to seeing you at our next week networking know-how, same time next Wednesday. But until then, happy networking.